Welcome guys to this tutorial. My name is Charles Stanley. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create your first Android application using Android Studio. Alright, so if you have already downloaded and installed Android Studio, you should go ahead and follow me. Just click on the Android Studio icon where you have it installed. For my case, I've pinned it down on my task menu so you can easily open it. But if you haven't downloaded it yet, just navigate to androidstudio.com, or you can just search Android Studio. You can just search Android Studio. Download and wait for it to load. Alright, it's loaded up. You can click on this first one or click on the second one. Well, this is the important one here. There's the right link. Click on this one. Wait for it to load. Alright, scroll down and you can notice that setup takes just a few minutes and it actually detected I already downloaded Android Studio. That's because I've been using this same system to download it. So yeah, if you already downloaded Android Studio, just click on this particular link to navigate to the download area, and then all this area are just instruction on how to use your Android Studio, how to install them. But when you want to download, just click on this particular download link and you can see the latest version here. And the good news is Android Studio works for Linux, Macintosh and Windows, which is a good news. So if you want to download, just click on this button and let your download start. After downloading, double click and follow the instruction to install. So while you are it, let me load up my Android Studio. Alright, my Android Studio is open. You can see I have customized my Android Studio the way I wanted it, and these are the recent works I've done so far. So not to be surprised, I'm not a professional myself, but I'm just showing you guys what I already know in Android Studio. So to create an Android application is very easy to do that. Just click on the start a new Android Studio project. Start a new project. It's not difficult. Wait for it to load. Give it some minutes. It's actually taking time because of my recording application here. Okay, now it's opened up. Now you can notice it says application name. This should be your application name. Whatever you want to name your application should come in here. So I'm calling it my first, and then the domain name should be the domain name of the company of the developer. If you don't have a domain name, just leave this on the default. It has a default .com.google. So if you can also see that the domain actually link it to my package name. You can notice that it added com.intrinsic.myfirst. It's just like taking it backward. So this is going to be my package name, and you can notice below here you can also include C++ support or include Kotlin support for Google developers, but we are not going to select all this for now. This is our first application, so let's just click on next, and then you can notice that it has option of selecting the version of Android phone or tablet version you want to create. But I always prefer to create with the oldest version, which is actually 4.0, and you can notice by targeting the API 4. Later, it's approximately give 100% of device. It's going to work on every application that has 4.0 or higher. So it's best choice you choose this one, but if you're working with the latest technology, I would advise you to use the latest version of Android, which is actually version 8. And you should know that when you select version 8, you can see that there are very less people who make use of Android version 8. Sorry for that. So let's go back and select Android 4.0 so that actually everybody can make use of the application, and we are not adding any new technologies to it, so this should be best for us now. So if you are creating application for wears, also watches, televisions and all this, you can actually select this is for watches. You should know that if you are selecting what the television applications, you should select this option here, or you can just leave it on Android Auto so that it will automatically change by itself. Android thing also, you can do that. And then the API version, you can also select that, but I'm just going to leave this on default 7.0. So let's just go ahead and click on next button, and then I always use this whenever I'm creating. It's best to use this empty variable, but if you want to make use of, you can select any option you want depending on your preference, how you want your menu to look like. But I did prefer an empty activity, so let's select that and click next. Then you wait for it to load. While it is okay, now for our activities name, we are going to leave that on default for now. We are not creating anything special. So generate layout is also going to be selected. Make sure these two are selected. If this one is not selected, it's not going to add a back button to your application. It's going to be removed, but if you include it, it's going to add everything. And make sure you leave this generated layout and then click finish. So wait for it to load all applications. Actually, this is where it takes time to load, and if you run into some problem along the line, make sure you leave your comment below. I'll help you to fix it. Let me go ahead and pause this application while it loads. Oh, still loading. That's still paused. Alright, we're here. Okay, you can see that our Android Studio have finished loading, and also you should notice that it's showing main activity. Let me close this off and then I will explain them to you, just in case your own did not open to the main area or did not show the same location to you. You should not be afraid. It's just the default for everyone. My application is hanging somehow. Okay, actually it's supposed to load up this page as a default page for you. You can notice that it's called activities underscore main.xml. Okay, I'm going to explain what this does in a later chapter. Let's go ahead and create our first hello world. Then let's just click on you can notice that there is a palette here and there is a component tree right here just below the palette, and then under the palette you can notice that there are so many options here. You can click on this menu, you see the widget menu, the test menu, layout menu. What all this does is show you options for you to easily drag and drop by creating your application. But I really think this is awesome to be using drag and drop. You can just drag it to your stage. Once you drag it, you will notice that it will be added to your brain tree. Let me say I probably wanted to add a date. Once I drag it and leave it to my design layout, it's going to be added under my component tree right here, and you can see view here. But I really don't want to add such things. I really don't want to add it. I just want you to see what it does. You can drag anything, just about anything here, and it will display here, and then also be included on your brain tree. Your brain tree actually includes everything that you've added under your layout area. So if we really don't need it, so I'm just going to click and delete them. It's really easy to learn Android Studio. But since this is our first application, let's go ahead and make this hello world say, oh sorry, Ctrl Z. If you make any mistake, you can go ahead and undo, just like I did. You can actually come over here where you see the attributes property. You can be able to give it an ID just for later purpose. I will show you how to make use of your ID properly. If you've used CSS before, you should know what an ID is. But if you don't, I'm going to explain this in detail later in the next chapter. Then the layout should be wrap content, which allows it to be centralized. And then for the test option is where you change the hello world to say hello trust. and it should update when you click outside. But you can put whatever you want there, and then this is also the same thing, and everything. So here you can actually select and edit the property of the test in view. Let me just leave it on. Okay, let me say app combat, and then type on interface sun, and then the size. Let's go ahead and increase the size to, let's say 18 so that it will be big enough. I think 18 is too small. Let's make it 30. Not bad. So line space, and there are other options you can add. You can either make it big, bold, or italic, whatever way you want it. Okay, let's say fine, you've actually ended up creating your first application, and then actually all this property can be added using your test view. You can actually create a test view here, and then while adding everything will be added to your layout. Let's say test view. And the another fun part of Android Studio is while you're working, it gives you options to select, so it actually makes the work easier for developers, so you don't have to be searching for the word you're looking for. You can easily select the options here. So go ahead and add your Android test. What's going to be test is cool. Okay, you can notice that at the end there is this closing tag right here. Whenever you type a code and the closing tag is not included, it's not going to work properly. It's going to end up not displaying on your layout, or even though it works out, it's going to give you an error while you are deploying the application. So hit enter. Once you hit enter, you can add other test features such as the font type, font family. Still going to make use of the same sans. Let me not use sans serif this time. Let me use mono sans serif. You will be able to see the differences in the applications. And now let me add an Android test style. Okay, it comes up. Let's say bold, the same thing we did for the other one. Bold, italic. Let's just leave it at bold. And then what else did we add? We added the size. Now to add test size is also very simple. Test size, just like the word says. Let's make this 45 SP, and note that we are making use of SP, which is actually different from writing a CSS code. When I started learning Android Studio, I got this confused with pixelated type of caption, which we normally put in tiers, but we are making use of SP here since we are not working on pixel. It's a smaller part of pixel. Okay, now what else did we add? I don't think there is anything much. Let's view the design area, and you can notice on the bottom you see design and test view. Test view is where you want to type in the code hardly, and then design view is where you want to design it as a designer. So let's click on the design view to see if our test works fine. Okay, fine, it works, but now it's aligned to the top, so let's bring it to the bottom. Okay, now you can see the different. We are making use of sans serif here, and we're making use of sans serif mono here. And when you also click on this one, you can also notice all the features are also included in our attribute area, so you can easily go ahead and further edit this also to make it look more like our previous one. But adding all this feature is going to delete the previous one you added in your test area. So let's go ahead and undo this change to revert back to our previous. Okay, now I think we are good. Then let's view. Actually automatically added new features to it because we went to add it, so let me undo the changes and then I think we are okay with this. uh, Make sure you subscribe and like my videos to get more videos in the future. I'll be creating more videos to teach you how to make use of Android Studio properly. Thank you for watching.